Stay Sane with Jane, the show that helps you and your business to thrive, not just survive. Tune in each week as Jane connects with guests in the wellness, business and publishing worlds, bringing you the most up-to-date training, techniques, healing and guidance for growth, mindset and motivation. Each session includes a magical guided meditation led by Jane or one of her special guests. Here's your host, Jane Scanlan. Hello, my name's Jane Scanlan from the Harmony Business Academy. I hope you're well today. We have got an amazing show coming up for you. Today, I just wanted to tune in and let you know about a really great event that is coming up on the 17th of December. It is in the Queen's Hotel and Spa in Bournemouth, and I am hosting this. So it's an end of year ceremonial retreat. This ceremonial retreat is all about closing down the year with loving kindness. All too often we get to the end of the year and we want to brush it under the carpet, brush any tough experiences away and forget about it and just move on to the next year. So this is a moment to come together with some amazing people to heal, celebrate and conclude and finally close the year with love and kindness. So all the details are going to be below, but it is the 17th of December, 9 till 5. The workshop and ceremony will be in the morning, and then in the afternoon you will get full use of the spa facilities, a warm pool, jacuzzi and sauna and steam room at the Queen's Hotel and Spa in Bournemouth. If you would like to join us, the link is below, or just search for End of Year Ceremonial Retreat on Facebook. Now, let me introduce to you my wonderful guest today. I'm just bringing her on. We have Trina.
Hello,
Trina. Thank you so much for joining us. Can you tell us a little bit more about you and your business?
Okay, so a little bit about me and my business. So I'm a writer, creative, and a healer. And I mainly help spiritually conscious female coaches and influencers through their challenges or their deepest desires. And I help them take back power in their body so they can bring their deepest visions to life.
That's powerful. Okay, so what about you? Who is Trina? You, the woman behind the business.
I thought I'd be able to get away with that one. So, only kidding. So, me. So, I am a mum, and you know what? I don't know why we always start with "I am a mum." The thing is,
it takes up quite a bit of our time. I think that's probably why.
No, I'm really intuitive. I didn't think that I was as intuitive as what I am. And I love creating. I always have since I was a kid. I love creating. I love dancing. I love anything that that is felt internally. Massively internally. I'm definitely a feeler. But I can see, hear, and I know when things are happening. And I would say I am a natural possible medium. And I can definitely see things in the future as well. And I wasn't born with it. Now, I wasn't born into a family or raised in a family where everyone could hear things or see things. Instead, in my family, it was mainly seen as, I mean, I had psychosis a few times, or diagnosed with psychosis a few times. So
it didn't feel like a gift at first.
no.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize what was actually happening to me neither. So, so for hearing things and seeing things. And even when I went, I started off as a PT, when I went into the health profession, and that was when I was 30, and that was after a bout of postnatal depression as well. And I just went into personal training, and then came out the back of personal training. I went into health coaching, and as I was health coaching people, I would have like a voice, like someone else's voice, different voices, different sounds, not my voice, not my thinking voice.
Yeah.
Just like ask them this, tell them about this, ask them about this food, tell them about this thing, and it will bring up memories of certain people and things. And I used to just hide it. I'd hide it under, oh, did this happen to you? And oh, did that happen to you? And I was really scared of, getting it wrong. Getting the questions or the, the stuff wrong, but it was always the right thing. It was always the thing to help move that person forward. And then I had to go on my own spiritual health journey to kind of discover who I am. And I am really confident at times, and I can get really nervous at other times. And I'm definitely a ball of feeling. I'm definitely a ball of feeling.
And I love your the way you share your journey on Facebook and other media, which we're going to get to, because you are really able to get those feelings across in your words, in your pictures that you choose. And you do live in a very beautiful place in the world, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
Tell us whereabouts
It's
are you?
it's an incredible place. I live between Nottingham and Belvoir Castle. And I live on the outskirts, so going east out of Nottingham.
Mm-hmm.
And I live in the countryside, but where I live is down in a valley next to the River Trent. And as you look down the valley to the little village that I live in, it reminds me and the kids. I know like Disney is not a massive subject for people in the world, but it does remind us of Disney a little bit. Like we look down and we think, I wonder if the castle could just be over the river.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a real beautiful village. I am really, really fortunate. And I know that things aren't by mistake. Where I live is not by mistake. At the end of our village are ley lines, and across, just even like looking outside my window now, I've got a big drive, and I've got a brick built gym, and just across the way, I've just acquired like a massive allotment as well.
I saw that on your Facebook. It looks, a huge project for you, but it's a massive piece of land, isn't it?
It is. It's huge, and hopefully you'll come up here and you'll come and help me like dig it out and stuff.
Yeah.
So I am roping a few people in to come and help me do it. But yeah, I am. Like sometimes, like on social media, and you did bring that up before, like my writing and stuff like that. And on social media, like you see people's lives and stuff. And one of the things that I could never accept was the life that I have. And I think some people do go through that. They can't accept the life that they actually have. They kind of downplay it a little bit, So because if you downplay it, then like you're not going to be attacked by people for what you actually have. So I do downplay my life quite a lot. Like I'm really fortunate. I could walk out this house now, literally onto fields, and it's beautiful. And like, if I ever like think to myself, I have everything that I want. I can like literally turn off social media and I know I've got everything that I want. And yeah, a lot, I know there's a lot of people out there who don't have everything that they want, and sometimes, and I've had to go through massive processes of forgiveness and having to forgive myself for feeling that I should not deserve to live the life that I have. And a lot of the life that I have and have been led into has come through, well, people call it manifesting, but I call it spell casting, knowing what you want, asking for it, and just allowing your body to be taken to wherever you need to go, you know?
Yeah, I
So there's a
think
lot of that
with the feeling into um, the being content with your life, that was something that was part of my journey, and then helped to speed up the manifesting process. Because if you, everybody can be content for something. So
Yeah,
even when my life was far from perfect, and I would never say my life is perfect anyway now, but I love it and it is what I've created. And,
yeah.
like yourself, I can walk out the house, I'm a mile away from the beach, or I can jump in the car and I'm 20 minutes away from the New Forest and like wild ponies and things like that, and deer. But life wasn't always like that. But when I was up in London still, and not liking where I was at,
Yeah.
I decided to change my mindset, and I decided to be content and happy for as many things as possible. And when I started doing that and that process, um, it just opened everything up for me.
I agree with you. I massively agree with you. And it's really, it's really funny because, like, the more you appreciate the life that you have, the more actually that the more stuff comes into it. And I know I'm definitely one of those people that doesn't share like the massive stuff that happens in my life. I share some of it, and then like I'm like, why am I not sharing all of it? Right? Why
Yeah,
am I not
I think as
sharing all of it?
women, we don't.
Yeah.
There's so many things that ditto that I could be going, "Oh, look, this happened, that's
Yeah.
happened. I'm so happy because of this." And for some reason, I don't. But when I look at my male counterparts, they celebrate and are proud of
Yeah.
everything they do, and they put it out there. So I wonder what is different about the female psyche that doesn't.
You know what? I think I've got something on this, and I think
Oh,
in the last few weeks or so, sometimes it's that fear, isn't it? That fear of like shining out too brightly, being the show off, that fear of attack. Or, if you're like, if you're just, if you're just, like one of those kids who goes, I've got this, and
yeah.
then if someone else feels that they're not their like, but they feel like they're not heard in some way, they can feel not very great about it. And sometimes they can let you know that they don't feel very great about it as well. And I
Yeah.
know that sometimes in our lives, there are people in our lives who don't feel really great when you kind of really shine out. Like,
Yeah.
really.
And I have to say, I do find those kids annoying.
And
Go,
but
I got this. I got this. I'm like, oh
me too.
God, just shut
Yeah.
up and be grateful for what you've just. I don't need to hear about it. Yeah. So
The ones that
maybe
need to
that's something that's stopping me because I find it really annoying.
because they're the ones that need to like properly shine out as well, like rather than like, and sometimes I feel that way, but I can, like I can see it in my kids, like they'll go, oh my god, like but I am so immensely like, like not just proud of them for the fact that they can, that they can like just openly be like that and like go, right, okay, um get everything that they want. Like my daughter, for instance, it's really like she's having a baby and she went, I'm getting a house. And she went, I'm getting a house before this baby comes. And
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, yeah, no worries. because she told it to one woman who's doing some stuff with her, and she just turned around and went, "It will take you ages to get a house, and this and that and this and that." And she went, and my daughter came to me afterwards and went, "I am having that house. That's confirmed to me that I'm having that house." So it's really funny because like she got the house, and she got the house, and then she's going, "Well, I'm gonna have it carpeted."
How many times have we heard you can't do that, or you know, it'll take you this long? And I don't know about you, but in my life, the universe just, my little saying is, the universe is rearranging everything in my best interest right now. And it does. Now, I really want to know more about you and your business and shine a light on your business. So how did you get started in your field of expertise? We've heard a little bit about your PT journey, but tell us about the more recent changes in your business, because the last, say, 2 years, there's been loads of change and growth, haven't there?
Yeah, like massive change and growth. So I kind of felt the need to leave behind, and that was probably 4 years ago actually, leave behind the personal training side of stuff. However, my knowledge of movement and my knowledge of the body and how it moves, how it's all interconnected, is coming back into my work, but just not in the PT sense, if that makes sense. Just not in the PT sense. So in the last 2 years, I have obviously deepened my own spiritual practices, and just became really intuitively aware of myself and the environment that's around me. I know that I can be very hyper vigilant, and that comes through trauma. Obviously, we're very hyper vigilant of the world around us, but how hyper vigilant are we of ourselves? And that's the question I ask. Because we can be really hyper vigilant and know everything and feel everything, especially if you class yourself as an empath or something like that. You just feel the world around you. But then we sometimes ignore this bit, the inside bit, this bit. What's happening when we flinch? What is going on in here when we're going through like growth or an upgrade in some way? And as I started to work that through myself, I started to obviously notice that it's not just me going through those type of things. Sometimes you realize that, don't you? As you're working, as you're working on yourself, you realize that a lot of people are going through stress. A lot of people are going through trauma, and a lot of people are using, like, say, exercise, meditation, visualizations, energy work as coping mechanisms, to run away from the feeling that is deep down within. And over the last few years, I've been like kind of developing that. Obviously, it meant going back to school as well, because I wanted to learn. I love science anyway, and I wanted to learn more about cells. So I know that everything that I'm doing gets bolted into my work of helping people create these healthy boundaries, not just with their life and other people, but like inside themselves. Like sometimes we don't see healthy boundaries being like, like you probably know this as well. Like when you go and do the things that you're going to do in the morning, for instance, bet you any money you won't probably turn social media on for part of that, right? Bet you any money you like kind of shut off the outside world.
I know if I look at my phone for social media, I am gone for at least 20 minutes into the social media world, at least. And then I have to like physically, the little voice in my head's like, turn it off, turn it off, turn it off, turn it off, turn it off. God, turn that thing off. And it's almost like I throw my phone down like, oh, again. And now I'm 20 minutes late.
And it's really surprising how, like how you can get like I don't know about you, but I know like I've definitely have that capability of thinking that I can get stuff done on time, by adding something extra in rather than okay, I've got 15 minutes to go now. I might as well make sure I'm here for this. Do you know what I mean? I've got this long to go now. I'm going to make sure I'm actually prepping or doing something for this. Like, I'm going to go boil my water at like 10 to, you know, so I'll make sure I'm on here at 9 o'clock with you. You know, do you see what I mean? So it's that type of stuff. Like in the mornings, you know, I get up in the morning and I won't turn on my computer or my phone, because I know if I turn those freaking things on, I am going to get waylaid. Or if I ever do turn my laptop on, it's to play some music.
Okay. So you're very much into it is part of your business about boundaries and I don't know, a right place, a right time, because social media, there's a place for it, but it doesn't have to be in every second of your day, does it?
Absolutely. And a lot of the things I kind of broach on are addictions in particular, coping mechanisms, really, addictions, and relating to classical conditioning as well. So
Okay.
if we hear the ping on the phone, because we've heard it over and over again, we know a message is coming through. That message could be important. So, you know, it's like, oh my God, it could be important. But because you've heard the ping every single time, you've kind of trained your brain that every time you hear a ping, that's the first thing you're going to go do.
Yeah.
Or every time you need a bit of information, if you're so used to picking up and going on to Google, for instance, for all your information, the first thing that you're going to do, you might be talking to someone. Me and my husband do this sometimes, and I try not to do it as much. But like if we're talking about a film, you know, like we're watching a film and we see an actor or something, and we'll go,
oh, my boyfriend does it all the time. And then he's off on this mission on his phone to find whatever. And I'm like, darling, I'm not even going to know the person anyway. Like, I am terrible for names of films, names of people. It's just nowhere in any of the filing cabinets in my brain. So even if you find it on Google, darling, doesn't matter. It's not going to stick with me.
And that's the thing, because my business, the main reason why people come to me is because they feel it. They feel this kind of, they have this life, they have it all, right? They have it all, and they feel like they are enjoying it, but their body is still like, kind of, fuck's sake, you know, and feeling quite resentful. They feel things like resentment and all these things, and it's almost like a beating self up, right? They feel it within themselves. But what's happening is that their boundaries are being crossed, and it's being taken elsewhere. And it is about finding out why is that occurring in the first place, and just giving them their life back. Because when you get your life back, and I don't mean like get your life back and you just go, oh, I'm just going to feel happy for today. Right? It's getting your life back and actually feeling safe to live your life. Right?
Yeah.
You drive your car and you're like, fucking hell, I'm happy as shit. It's brilliant. Right? Or you go, or like, you get to maybe, like the gym or somewhere like that. And I spa most days anyway, as you probably know already. So for me, like to go into the sauna or something and just like sit, and I take a book, or I might not take a book, I might just like go, right, okay, I just want to clear my mind. But it's beautiful. And sometimes, knowing that you are free makes a massive difference. And I tell you what makes a massive difference, and I think we touched on this before, is the amount of time you switch off that social media, because then you don't have the comparisonitis. You are really going to be in tune with your body and what you need on a daily basis. And you're going to have more time in your life. And you actually start to get more stuff done in your life. Like you start to tidy up, you start to clean, you start to pack away the things that you've been putting off, the stuff that you've been procrastinating on. You start taking like the bags of clothes to the charity shop. You start
doing... the declutterers, they say it's got to be out of your house within 24 hours or something like that. Like, do it, and on the same day you get rid of it. I love decluttering. And my mum, when I was up at my mum's place in London over half term, I helped her to do some decluttering.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, we had like 2 carloads off to charity shops and women's refuges and things like that. And it's such a good feeling
Yeah.
to get rid of things that you don't need and you're holding on to them, because all of this energetic holding on to stuff that's not needed, whether it be emotional baggage or literal physical baggage, it all ends up as disease in the body, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. And I remember someone saying this to me, because there is a special reason why people do come to me, because when they actually book in with me, I get a visitor. I always get a visitor, someone who they know, that is there for them during this time. Because usually, and sometimes, I think we spoke about this before, everyone likes to see the positive, but they negate the stuff that doesn't feel so great.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes we cannot ignore the stuff that doesn't feel so great, because
I'm not sure I understand what you're saying. So we're talking about now what it would look like to work with you. So
Yes.
what do you mean by a visitor? Are you talking when you're channeling
Usually
a spiritual, like a spirit guide?
Usually a spirit comes to me in a dream that knows that person.
Yeah.
That knows that person. Or it might be that that person needs to go on a journey. So I might take them into the Akashic Records through Reiki. So it depends on what that person needs, but they need something and they need it fast, because if they keep going in the way that they're going, those cells that you've been just talking about, they turn into something that's not quite as great for their family as a whole. Yeah. So sometimes I don't want to say that in my marketing or my messaging, right? Because I think we've spoken about this before, that sometimes people don't like to hear the truth, because when people come to me, one of the things that I can do is read body, for one. So I can read posture, and I can read, physicality, and I can sense with feeling where certain things are. And you probably be able to do this as well. Sense where things are and kind of have an idea,
It's where block negative energy vibration.
Yeah.
You've got to think people are listening, so they might not see your hand.
Sorry. I'm going into a bit too technical sometimes. But yes, sensing where cells are changing within the body. So where hidden psychological stress is residing. And hidden psychological stress, as we know from a scientific perspective, is linked to heart attacks, cancers, autoimmune conditions, and so on and so forth. So all those things that we spend our lives trying to run away from are actually building up inside us under this under toxic positivity. So a lot of the clients that I see are going through, they're trying to be positive. They're trying to be positive and they're doing all the work, but they are running on some coping mechanisms, and they don't want to face the actual reality of what's going on in their life.
Oh, yes. So if somebody wanted to work with you, all your details are going to be below or above or around this recording anyway. So what would be the process? Say if I saw you on social media or looked on your website, which is Trina Kavanagh-Thomas.
Oh, no, it's Trina.
No, that's not. That's your Gmail.
That's my email address. Yeah. It's TrinaKavanagh.com. Yeah. So it's just really simple. www.TrinaKavanagh.com.
Yeah. So they would go on there. They would see you. Then what would happen? What would be the process?
It depends on who it is. It depends
it's your ideal client.
Yeah. Okay.
Your ideal client calling.
Yeah, really simple. And in fact, I'll do a little tiny bit of how it would start. So I'll do a little tiny bit of how it would start. So I would get someone to put their feet on the floor, because this is just a really simple way of just tuning into your body and knowing where things are. And I would get someone to close their eyes. Maybe we could do it together now. So,
Okay,
and the audience as well. So I'll get you to put your feet on the floor. So feet are flat on the floor. You know where you are, and you know that you're safe as well. And I would get you to close your eyes. And I would get you to take a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. And just get you to sit just with your body just for a moment. And I want you to think about the biggest challenge that is going on in your life right now. The biggest challenge or the biggest desire that you are seeking right now. So the biggest challenge that's going on or the biggest desire that you are seeking. And as you sit with that, I just want you to tune into an area of your body where that is situated. So wherever that challenge, that desire, where is it situated within you? Is it that tightness in the shoulders? Is it, in your glutes, in your bottom muscles? Is it in your ankles? Is it in your head? Can you feel it in your forehead? Or can you feel like a burning sensation in your heart? And what I'm going to get you to do is to open your eyes. And that's just a little bit of a taster of what I do. So whatever is going on in your life, in your health or in your business, it's actually already flagging up inside you. It's usually flagging up before your injuries ever appear or your disease ever turns up. It's already there inside you. And when we uncover it, then you can see the great journey that you are about to take. So you visualize this incredible journey, and it takes you to maybe your new loved one, your new life, whatever it is. And then what we do is we bring it to reality. And it's such an incredible process.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Trina.
No.
Next question is, do you have any advice or top tip for the audience? Something they can literally implement today, something simple that, if done with consistency, will change their lives.
Yeah, definitely. And I think a load of people have said this over and over again. Ask yourself, what is it that I need today? What do I need?
Oh, I love
think
that
it's
question.
probably one of the most simplest questions that you could ever ask yourself on a daily basis. You don't need to have a lot of money to ask yourself that question on a daily basis. You could easily just ask yourself, what do I need every day? And your body will start telling you what you need. There is a difference between what your mind is telling you and what your inner self is telling you. But you'll start to fathom it out, because if it's not doing you great, then it's something that's trying to keep you safe. And if it's doing you amazing, and it's giving you that inner feeling, that inner smile, then that's the thing to stick with. That's the thing that you need to do.
Fantastic. Thank you. And last but not least, do you have an offer for our audience?
Oh my gosh, okay. I removed all my offers. If you go to my website, there are incredible downloads, and the one that is really coming up at this moment is all to do with, like, your inner child. So inner child is the energy of this moment. What is it that she wants? And I would definitely say check out my Reiki journey. So it's like a soul journey that takes you through being a child, a teenager, your present self into your future self, and they gift you with the clues that are helping you to move forward.
Fantastic. And I am on your website now.
Yeah.
I can see that there are there's a little mini spiritual health check training for £27. There's
Yeah.
also healing readings package or a luxury stay that you can kind of check out and book. It's a really beautiful website with the daily unwind for £27. You know, you can
Brilliant, actually.
put a small investment and then building up if you wanted one-to-one services. So just head on over to the website and you can click on store or services to find out more. And you've also got a really lovely blog. Tell us more about the blog, because you really love writing.
Yeah, I do. And I love writing since I was a kid anyway. And I really, have we got time? Have we got like a minute or so?
Yeah, we got like 5 minutes
Okay, that's
before I
cool.
can move
This
on
is
to the next, or
definitely
even a little bit longer. That's
this
fine.
is this is definitely the story, because I always used to. I am not going to bat away the competitive side of me, right? And when I was 6 years old, I had impeccable writing. I love my writing. I think it's I do love my writing. I love my handwriting in particular. I love handwriting. And when I was 6 years old, um, I got a pen, but I was the second one in the class to get a pen. I really wanted to be the first one. Mohsin got a pen before me. I was incensed, bless him. But but it just all started from a kid, you know, loving to write. I love to creatively write. I love to write on how I feel. I love to write on energies. I love to write in the moment. I love writing, and to share that writing has brought massive opportunity into my life. I was guided back to blogging when I ran my fitness business and it went really well, and I lost all my blogs because I went through some real deep money challenges and I lost everything, every single blog, everything. Um, and then I was called to write again, you know, and I didn't class myself as a writer. Um, but I was just called to write again. And I started writing again. I've got thousands and thousands of pieces that I've written, some that have not been seen by anyone, that will probably never get seen. Um, but I write through everything, everything, every pain, every bit of joy, every bit of happiness, every bit of feeling, frustration to elation, every single thing. And the opportunities that it's brought is to write in some of the most top global magazines. So I was asked to write for Brains coaching magazine. I've been in Solar Sea, which is incredible magazine, beautiful, angelic spiritual magazine for, you know, for business women. I've interviewed like celebs, and yeah, the opportunities just get bigger every day, and I'm like, oh God, this is just crazy. I've been asked to speak, so I'm speaking this weekend. Yeah, it's just
Do you want to tell us about the speaking gig?
Yeah, so I'm speaking at Burning Woman Festival this weekend. It's an online festival run by Olivia Birdsmore. And Burning Woman is just such a unique festival, just bringing so many women together just to highlight who they are and that fire within them. And I am really honored to, you know, to be hosting something there. I'm there for an hour. So, you know, if you really, really want to, you know, get some really great knowledge on how to intuitively tune into yourself and create big opportunities in your life, then do come along. I think it's 20 quid a ticket, which is an incredible offer actually, because there's women, incredible women doing trainings all day. So, you know, like, I know that some of my packages are really high end. So if you really want to like get in with me and you like think, oh my God, I really want to see what she does, this is a way that you can. Yeah.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. It's been an absolute pleasure to hear about your journey, hear about your business,
Yeah.
and your love for writing.
Thank
Thank you so much, Trina. It's been an absolute pleasure to have you on.
Thank you very much, everyone. And I just want to ask before I go is where did you all feel it? Where did you feel that challenge, that desire within you? And wherever you felt it, feel free to reach out. Feel free to, especially it was the unwinding meditation, which would actually enable you to let go of it from your body.
Fantastic. Thank you so much.
No worries. Thank you.
Stay sane with Jane, the show that helps you and your business to thrive, not just survive. Tune in each week as Jane connects with guests in the wellness, business and publishing worlds, bringing you the most up-to-date training, techniques, healing and guidance for growth, mindset and motivation. Each session includes a magical guided meditation led by Jane or one of her special guests. Hello and welcome. This is Jane and we've moved on to the Minditation section of the show. So as you're aware, I'm going to take you through a beautiful Minditation, which is a meditation and mindfulness process. Today we're going to tune in to bringing energy and alertness into your mind, body and soul. So this is for all the business owners there, all the people who work, and also all the people out there who have really busy home lives and perhaps are feeling a little bit overwhelmed. Well, this practice is going to help you come into alignment and use energy and alertness to really flow through your day with ease, joy, and grace. So to begin this meditation, please bring a kind awareness to this topic. What does energy mean to you? What does alertness mean to you? And tune into your belly, chest, and head to feel in and reflect on this topic. Bring awareness to any emotions that show up and any positive or negative stories that are running in the background. And just remember that there are many others out there feeling similarly to you about this topic. So during this meditation and mindfulness practice, the mind can grow dull or sleepy. In this short practice, you will examine a few ways to bring energy and alertness to your mind. You can incorporate these methods into your other practices, inviting clarity into your minditations. So I invite you to allow the eyes to just relax, close, and find a comfortable position. Begin by tuning in to the experience of the body breathing. Rest with each inhale and exhale as you feel the body move. To energize the mind, we will start with the breath. With the inhalation, breathe in a sense of energy and awareness. Reach the body upward, straighten the spine, and open the chest. With the exhale, let go of sleepiness and distraction. I invite you to keep that posture, straight spine, open chest, body reaching upwards. As you inhale, a sense of energy and awareness. And exhale any sleepiness or distraction. We're going to continue with this breathing for a minute or two. Inhaling a sense of energy and awareness. And exhaling, letting go of sleepiness and distraction. Allowing the body to use this beautiful oxygen that's flowing through your body. That body reaching upwards with a straightened spine and an open chest. The breath energizing the mind and the body. Feeling the movement in the chest. Inhale a sense of energy and awareness. Exhaling and letting go of sleepiness, any dull, lethargic energy. Letting go, letting go, letting go. Allowing the breath to energize the mind and the body. When you feel ready, just allow your eyes to open, letting in the light. That signal for us to stay awake, stay clear. Continue practicing with the breath, straightening the spine, opening the chest, breathing in energy, light, and exhaling any lethargy, sleepiness. Just notice any sights that grab your attention. And we're going to do this for just a couple of minutes. Breathing in energy. Noticing what is around us. Exhaling lethargy and tiredness. Allowing the oxygen to flow through every single cell in our bodies. And the energy and alertness to flow through every energetic layer. In this moment, allowing yourself to be fully conscious. Yet all that is required of you right now is to breathe and be aware of your surroundings. Can you feel the energy flowing through your body? When you feel ready, I invite you to stand up with your eyes open, your feet firmly planted on the ground. Take your time. You're inviting an increased alertness into your practice. It's much harder to fall asleep standing up than it is sitting down. Just remember to breathe in energy, clarity, awareness, and exhale lethargy, tiredness, and sleepiness. It is your intention right now to bring energy and alertness to your mind, body, and soul. As you complete this exercise, take a moment to shake out your body and get some energy moving. When I run my minditations or the mindful meanders, this moment we shake out the body and we also pat the body down, starting with the body and then the arms and then the legs. This starts to move the lymph around the body, so you're waking up the lymphatic system, you're waking up the muscles, and you're starting to pump a little bit more blood around the body. Perhaps you can feel the warmth in your muscles as you move. Do let me know how you feel after this simple exercise in bringing energy and alertness to your mind, body, and soul. Thank you for joining me on this week's Meditation. It has been always an absolute pleasure. And I'd like to just remind you of that beautiful end of year ceremonial retreat. You might just catch an early bird ticket for £55. Within the ceremonial retreat, there will be life coaching, ceremony, movement, mindfulness, guided massage, meditation, healing, and obviously the afternoon spa. We will be getting very artsy and crafty whenever I do ceremony or life coaching. It's all about getting it down on paper, using your mind, body, and soul, and having that kind of creative aspect of it really grounds it, and you home in on all that you have worked on, all that you are celebrating, and you're able to take that home and put it up on the wall. In January, we have another retreat. So if you can't make the 17th of December, perhaps you can make the 28th of January. The 28th of January is the New Dawn Purpose and Intention Workshop. Now, ideally, you would come to both because we close 2022 and then we open 2023 together. These workshops are beautiful together. But if you can only get to one, it's either the 17th of December or the 28th of January, both Saturdays. With the New Dawn, it's just that. It's about setting intentions for the year ahead. And I'll go into that one a little bit more on the next show. So we've got some amazing workshops coming up. All you've got to do is click on the link below or go onto Facebook and search for either workshop, the New Dawn Purpose and Intention Workshop, which is January, or the End of Year Ceremonial Retreat, which is December. Both have early bird tickets right now for £55. That's for a whole day's retreat. Grab your tickets quick. I am really looking forward to seeing you all. And I will see you next week. Ciao for now. Stay sane with Jane, the show that helps you and your business to thrive, not just survive. Tune in each week as Jane connects with guests in the wellness, business and publishing worlds, bringing you the most up-to-date training, techniques, healing and guidance for growth, mindset and motivation. Each session includes a magical guided meditation led by Jane or one of her special guests.